Hello, this is Paul McKenna. Over the years, I've helped thousands of people to stop smoking. Now, I'm here to help you. If you truly want to give up, follow all my instructions fully and completely, and you'll stop smoking for good. It doesn't matter if you smoke 5 cigarettes a day or 50. If you want to quit, the techniques on this audio program will give you the willpower. Firstly, I want to explain the strategy you must consciously and deliberately follow to stop smoking. Do this strategy as often as you wish to prepare yourself to stop smoking, and when you've stopped, play it as often as you wish to remind yourself of anything you need. Later in this audio program is an eyes-closed process, which you must only do when you can safely and totally relax. It contains powerful suggestions for your unconscious mind. The unconscious mind is all that part of your memory, wisdom, and perception that you're unaware of at any one time. It contains all of your potential and hidden power. It's where your habits and self-image are stored, and they can be changed. Do not use this audio program until you are ready and absolutely determined to stop smoking. Choose a date to quit and stick to it. Tell your friends when you've stopped, and don't just say, "I'm trying to stop smoking." This is for real. When you've chosen a date, stick to it. Use this audio program as often as you wish to help you reinforce your decision to quit. Okay, let's start. Breathe deeply now. Push the air out of your lungs as far as you can. Then just let go. And the in-breath happens automatically. Do it again. Push out as far as you can and let go. And the in-breath happens all by itself. And again. You've just done 1/3 of what you need to do to give up smoking. Let me explain. Most of us breathe most of the time from the top half of our lungs. When smokers inhale, they tend to breathe deeper. What they're inhaling is a mixture. 45% is smoke and 55% is air, which has been pulled through the cigarette. The deeper breath of air is the cause of more than half of the pleasure smokers associate with cigarettes, because it increases the oxygen going deeper into the lungs. But you don't have to smoke to get it. You just need to breathe properly. There's more to this, and we'll return to it later. But for now, remember this simple fact. More than half of what you smoked, and more than half of the pleasure of smoking, comes from breathing deeply to the bottom of your lungs. Giving up smoking is in itself surprisingly simple. The key is preparation and orientation. All the difficulties attached to smoking and difficulties you may have had in the past stem from distorted thinking, fear, and indecision. The major distortion in the thinking of the smoker is the sense of self. Smokers identify with the addiction. The addiction is a psychological and physiological habit, but not a part of you. Smokers almost believe the addiction is a part of them, like an arm or a leg. But the addiction is really a psychological parasite which feeds off us and replaces our own natural system of relaxation and alertness. Being a smoker is like using crutches for so long that you think the crutches are a part of you and your own legs waste away. But when you stand on your own 2 feet again, the strength soon returns. Have you ever really dedicated yourself to something? Worked really hard for it, and then one day realized that you aren't actually doing it for yourself, but for somebody else? Smoking's like that. You dedicated your time, you spent your money, and you risked your life, all so that your first cigarette had another one to keep it company, and another, and another, and so on, until you wake up and break the spell. The addiction cast a spell over you which made you afraid to be without it, and made you think that being without a cigarette would be unbearable. That you would not be able to relax or think straight or enjoy a meal without a cigarette. These beliefs are all the exact opposite of the truth. This distorted thinking is what lets in fear. The smoker fears that they are losing part of themselves, something valuable, when they give up smoking. We must accept this fear and acknowledge it, and at the same time realize it's based on an illusion. Over 10 million people in Britain have given up smoking and left that fear behind them, and they work and relax and enjoy life very well indeed. Think now of all the reasons you don't like smoking, why it's bad and why you want to stop. Write down the key words on a piece of paper. For example, you get short of breath, it's dirty, your clothes smell, your breath smells, it's expensive, it's inconvenient, and so on. Then, on the other side of the paper, write down all the reasons why you'll feel good when you've succeeded in stopping. You'll feel healthier, you can taste and smell more, your hair and clothes will smell fresher, and so on. Whenever you need to, look at that piece of paper. Some people think of cigarettes as relaxing. However, they're actually very inefficient because the relaxation they provide soon wears off and turns into a craving for another cigarette. Worse still, they get in the way of our own natural method of relaxation that works far, far better. You can think much more clearly without cigarettes. There's nothing as distracting as the craving a smoker has for a cigarette. And when you've stopped smoking and the poisons are out of your body, you're healthier, you're more sensitive and clear-headed. Smokers think it's difficult to stop because they use cigarettes to control their emotions. They've forgotten that they can feel absolutely fine and normal without cigarettes. They think that they get their relaxation, alertness, confidence, and so on from smoking, although in fact, all those abilities really belong to them and always have. The addiction distorts their perceptions of themselves and interferes with our own natural way of working. The body sends messages from the brain to all its cells via natural chemicals like hormones in the bloodstream. These include signals to relax and feel comfortable. The so-called jogger's high is the release of endorphins, the body's natural opiates. But smokers use the chemicals from tobacco to change how they feel. These chemicals are crude and overwhelming. There's far too much of them as well. So the body decreases production of its own natural stimulants and relaxants, and the cells that receive them decrease their receptors. They lock their doors, as it were, as a defense against the tobacco toxins that they've been bombarded with. As soon as we stop smoking, the body begins to recover physically, and our receptors become more sensitive and open up to our own natural chemicals. Incidentally, this is why cigarette smoke makes ex-smokers feel ill. Their receptors have become naturally sensitive again, so cigarette smoke smells and tastes like the poison that it is. Stopping smoking is reclaiming your own strength and abilities, owning them for yourself, and experiencing a lot more. All the peaks and troughs of our own experience, which used to have cigarettes stuck onto them, are revealed, so that when you stop smoking, your whole life changes. It becomes that little bit brighter and richer and more sensitive. It's as though the smoke screen between you and life has been blown away. To sum up, the second step to take to stop smoking is straighten out your thinking. Don't get conned. You need to straighten out your thinking so that when those smoker thoughts pop up, you focus on your new strength, and remember, you've been conned in the past. Anything a cigarette seems to offer, you can do better and have better on your own. As a non-smoker, you're stronger, healthier, fitter, freer, and more confident than cigarettes ever let you realize. What's more, your experience isn't filtered through a smoke screen. You get back in touch with the real feelings in your life. So that's the message. Here's a practical psychological technique to help you do this. Think of a time in the past, or imagine a time in the future, when you do not have a cigarette and feel powerful, confident, and strong. Take a moment to select a time when you feel good like that. Imagine yourself at that time and look at the place you're in. See all the shapes and colors, all the things that are around you. What noises go with this image? Hear them again now in your mind. Don't worry if you haven't got it as precise as you wanted it first. Just experiment and explore. What feelings do you have in your body? Notice what in particular makes you feel so good. What you see, hear, feel and taste. And make those elements more intense. Now, turn up the brightness. Intensify the feelings. Bring the images closer. Make the sounds louder. Make the whole scene and the whole of you even more brilliant and attractive and wonderful. Look at yourself. See that confident, happy expression. And now imagine stepping into yourself in that picture as though you were putting on a second skin. Step into your confident self and feel how good you feel. Feel this sense of mastery, of control, and of pure confidence. All this belongs to you. You can do this and feel this good all by yourself. This technique of mental rehearsal is used by Olympic athletes the world over to prepare themselves for success over and over again. You've achieved this all by yourself without nicotine. And you can do the same again. You can do this whenever you want. And the more you do it, like any habit, the stronger it becomes. Use this visualization to activate your personal inner resources for success. Let's do it once more now as a mental rehearsal for success. Imagine a moment of personal success again. A moment of success from the past, or a moment you could imagine in the future, it doesn't matter. Just a time when you're powerful and confident without cigarettes. Now, make it brighter, clearer, bring it closer and closer. Turn the brightness up. Turn the sounds up. Make it so clear that you could almost reach out and touch it. And now, say to yourself in a loud voice in your head, I am a non-smoker. And feel how good it is to be successful. Enjoy this feeling and keep it with you all the time. As soon as you stop smoking, you realize here and now that you're not just going through a physical procedure, but much more importantly, you're reorganizing your thinking. You're throwing out a psychological parasite. When that parasite is gone, you'll feel wonderful. You must throw it out firmly, quickly and decisively. Imagine you had a dog living in your house that ate all your food and gave you fleas. You'd have to throw it out. Now, it's no good just calling it. It'll stay with its nose in your bread bin. You have to grab it by the collar, throw it out and lock the door. And don't waste time standing by the door listening to it whining, or let it back in for a moment, or talk to it. If you want the dog to get the message, you must be firm. Then it'll learn very quickly, and you can have the house to yourself. The smoking parasite is like a dog. It whines and it scratches at the door, but it isn't you. You are the person inside the house who is free to run your own life now, and your job is to focus on success. Don't even worry about the parasite, but focus your whole life straight away on being sure of your success and enjoying the benefits of your new freedom. The third step on your journey to freedom from cigarettes is to learn how to relax deeply and quickly without cigarettes. In fact, this is a natural human ability. We can all do it, but some of us have forgotten how to do it. And the habit of smoking got in the way of that natural ability. So I'm going to show you a simple exercise to help you relax. And after a short while, you'll find you can relax without having to go all the way through the exercise because it becomes a natural response again. Do not do this exercise whilst driving or operating machinery. Only do it when you can safely relax completely. Practice it right now. Start by paying attention to your feet. Just make them ordinarily comfortable and feel their weight, warmth and shape. Now, take a slightly deeper in-breath and saying the number 1 silently in your head, pull that feeling up to your knees. 1. It can come up the bones and spread outwards, or up the skin and soak inwards. Carry on breathing normally. Then, when it's reached your knees, with another deeper in-breath, saying the number 2 to yourself, pull it up to your waist. 2. If you come across any tensions in your body as you do this, just let the feeling flow around them and carry on. With the number 3, breathing in, pull the feeling up to your shoulders. 3. Let it flow up through your body and along your arms to your hands, all the way up your torso and your shoulders. A warm, comfortable awareness of how and where your body actually is. With the number 4 and another in-breath, let the feeling go right to the top of your head. 4. Let it flow up your neck, over your face and ears and the sides and back of your head, so you can gently feel the sensation all over your body. The space, place, and warmth of it. Now, with the number 5 and breathing out, double that feeling down to your shoulders. 5. Letting it pass like a ripple through you from the crown of your head to the top of your shoulders. Feeling that awareness of your head and neck all over again, just how it is. Then, with the number 6 and another deeper out-breath, double it down to your waist. 6. From your shoulders, down your arms, and through your body to your waist. When you're ready, with the number 7, breathing out, double it down to your knees. 7. Feel it pass from your waist to your knees. And finally, with the number 8, double it down to your feet. 8. Back down through your shins, ankles, and feet, enjoying a feeling of completeness and sending any tensions out through your heels. Pause for a little while to notice the feelings and then, if you wish, repeat it. The more you practice that technique, the more effective it becomes. Stay with this feeling as long as you wish. If at this point your attention wanders, don't worry. You will arouse refreshed and alert in just a few moments. Make a point of doing this every day. It doesn't take long, and it's a good habit to establish because it makes your whole life calmer and more balanced. This exercise only takes 3 or 4 minutes, but sometimes we need to calm down even faster than that. So let's return to breathing for a moment. Remember I said that more than half of what we got from cigarettes was fresh air, and that proper breathing would help us. Well, by doing the exercise we've just done, and breathing out deeply at the moments when you feel especially calm, you've started to create an association in your mind and body between that out-breath and your own inner calm. Association is an immensely powerful structure in the mind. It's the building blocks of the habits we have. For example, as children we learn to associate nodding with saying yes. So now we nod automatically when we agree with people. So, as this association gets stronger and stronger, you can use that out-breath as a sort of reminder or shortcut to your ability to relax. The more you do the exercise, the more powerful and effective the reminder. So, when you need to relax fast, just breathe out as far as you can and let go. And then do it again and again. Do it with me now. 3 deep out breaths. Breathe out. And then just let yourself breathe in. And breathe out again. And then just let yourself breathe in again. And breathe out. And then just let yourself breathe in. There is another way you can use associations to help you. In your old lifestyle, there were places and things that had become associated with smoking. Change those things, and the smoking habit is weakened. For example, you can rearrange your furniture or clean the car and take out the ashtray. If you used to smoke when using the telephone, move the telephone, even if it's just to the other side of your desk. One of the effects of giving up smoking that you'll notice very soon is that you have more energy. Your body is no longer fighting those poisons in your bloodstream or trying to cope with the tar in your lungs. So there's much more energy to spare for you. It's a very good idea to use it in some physical way, as this helps re-establish your natural rhythm of relaxation even faster. Find a way that you enjoy of taking a bit more exercise, any way you choose, and take just a little more exercise each day. As you now understand how the smoking addiction works, you understand the importance of the saying, take it one day at a time. We take it one day at a time because each day the psychological grip of the addiction gets weaker and weaker. So you begin to see more clearly. On the first day, it may look a little bit difficult to stop. You may even expect it to be difficult. But with each passing day, the view changes, and you'll be surprised to find yourself enjoying things, relaxing, feeling good after meals, feeling alert or at ease, all without cigarettes. And as you see each day that giving up seems easier and easier, you soon realize that you're not giving up anything of value, just slavery to a parasite. And you're taking up freedom, power, and health. And now, to give you a rock-solid foundation for your power and determination to give up, use the eyes closed process on this audio program every day for 3 weeks and as often as you want thereafter. Some people find that they quit instantly. Others find it takes a few days to build up the power they need. Use this audio program as often as you need to reinforce all the work that you've done. Whenever you want to relax deeply and totally, sit or lie down somewhere where you don't have to be aware of the outside world and relax deeply. Each time you use the eyes closed process, the effect is stronger. Use it every day for 3 weeks. Use it, enjoy it, and you'll find you get used to the freedom of being a non-smoker.